guys, welcome back to Candid Cloud Convos.
It's your favorite hosts, Gina and Emilita.
Back at it again, as we
Episode
always are.
59. We're just racking them up.
I know.
Racking
We really
them
are.
up.
Little
Very
by
proud
little.
of us. And we got 2 new subscribers on YouTube.
Hey guys.
Shout out to
What's that?
whoever you are.
What it do?
What's poppin' with ya?
I hope you tell your friends. If you liked our other stuff,
Yeah.
hopefully like whatever we come out with next.
Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know
What
where
is
to
that?
find us.
Never mind. Never mind. I was gonna do a song lyric, but I can't think of it. And I don't want to say it wrong.
That's okay. Do you want to try?
No, I don't.
You made my nose itch. It's like when you pass a yawn to someone.
It's contagious.
It is. But when you scratched your nose, my nose actually started itching.
I sent it through the
You must have.
through our wavelength.
It's always working. It's always working.
Okay, I'm really excited to know about the simulation theme.
Okay, so I was scrolling on TikTok. No, not TikTok this time. I'm sorry, Twitter. And I see that in Australia that you can now go and do a virtual death simulation. Okay, and there's different like death
Deaths?
experiences that you can choose from, right? So basically, an Italian, an Australian artist is bringing the experience of death to life via the participatory
Okay.
virtual reality simulator, showing people what it could be like as you're dying. And the artist is named Sean Gladwell. His show is called Passing Electrical Storms at Melbourne's National Gallery of Victoria, can conjure the process of dying through medical technologies. And basically, it's through meditation and interactive work guides participants through a simulated de-escalation of life from cardiac arrest to brain death.
Whoa.
Yeah, so he described the experience as moving away from yourself, then floating off into a giant universe. And that's a quote from an interview that he did this past week. And I am scared. I am
Wait,
thoroughly scared.
did it say anywhere like what was his reasoning for making a simulation like that?
No.
Like he just decided, oh, it'd be kind of cool if I make a simulation that simulates death.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure I could have looked into it further if we're being real with each other. But the pictures alone kind of freak me out. I don't know if these are actual pictures from the experience, but they're laying down like on like kind of like operating beds, and they have like the goggles, like the virtual goggles. So you wouldn't necessarily feel what it feels like to die, but you would see it, I guess.
Oh, it's so interesting. I just think it's kind of
traumatizing.
Well, that, and it's like bad karma. I don't know how to like I want to say karma, like not karma, but like it's just it's like almost
bad
like
energy.
attracting it, like a bad energy. Yeah. Like I feel like it's weird to try to make yourself feel what that feels like, right, and it not somehow,
Do you think
I don't
it
know
would
what I'm trying to
prepare
say.
you for death?
I know what I'm trying to say, I just can't say it.
Do you think
like
it
it's
would
just
prepare you?
I don't know that I need to be prepared for death,
Or do you think it would make you less scared?
But I'm not scared of death.
Okay, so someone who was, do you think it would make them feel less scared about death or dying?
It depends on how I guess the simulation is. Like I feel like it could go either way. It could either help them be like, okay, because that doesn't even, if there's only a certain amount of scenarios, you don't know that that's the scenario that you're gonna die in. Right. It could be completely different.
What would you, so if let's just say they're simulating the brain death, right? So like what would you see? Because if you're brain dead, you're not gonna see anything, right?
It's just black. You pay like $150 to just see black.
I want a refund immediately.
I don't know. Like I feel like there has to be some kind of reasoning as to how this was passed, for him to,
it's like an art exhibit. That's
It's
the whole point. He's saying he's an artist. He's saying that it's like an
yeah, but
art
like,
exhibit.
oh, that's so crazy.
I know.
It's like, okay, so my grandparents and even my mom, like they don't like scary movies, right? And they always
Uh-huh.
said like they don't like to watch scary movies because they think that something's gonna come through, like that bad energy comes
Yeah.
through like scary, especially like the ones that are like demonic and all that kind of stuff.
Right. I
To
get
me, that's
that.
kind of like in my head how I think of this one is like to put yourself in a position to like experience what death is like. I feel like is almost inviting that to
Right.
happen. And maybe not even necessarily that specific scenario, but just death in general. I
And
feel like
if
it's
it's
kind of
through meditation, then you're like subconsciously manifesting it.
yeah, to
But
me, that's how I'm thinking of it in my head without
but
having the reasoning.
do you think that that intrusive thoughts are like lightweight subconsciously manifesting it too? Because I kind of
That's
do.
I know I do. I do
Yeah,
for sure because
I
every
do
time I think
too.
of something like really really morbid, I always say like Lord, like like my mind just goes to weird places. Please don't ever like don't do
I
that.
was
Don't
just
listen.
kidding.
Yeah, no, literally I will do it every single time because I'm like, "Ooh,
Yeah,
like why am I thinking that?" Like cuz it'll get
right.
in my head like I get very detailistic about it.
Oh, same.
So it's like
Yeah,
the details is what when it starts to get kind of scary to me where I'm like, why am I
yeah.
thinking so vividly about this thing? That's when I get to where I'm like, whoa, wait, hold up.
Oh my
Don't listen
God.
to me right now. Don't listen to my thoughts, please.
Right. Just I rebuke all of that in the
Yeah.
name of Jesus right now.
Amen.
But this also got me thinking. I seen a TikTok the other day and I never realized that I guess that I am this way. But if you were to close your eyes right now, you don't have to do it, but if you were to close your eyes and I say, Gina, imagine a bright red star. Can you
Mhm.
actually see a bright red star in your brain or do you just see nothing?
Um,
Don't let me down, please.
I don't know what that means. What was my answer?
I'm just kidding. Yeah, what's your
Like,
answer?
I want to say no. Like, if I mean, it's weird. It's almost
Okay,
like
try it. Close your eyes right now.
that's how I'm trying to like, because I can think of I can do it with my eyes open. Like, I can think, okay, red star. You know what I'm saying?
But do you
Like,
actually see a red star?
no.
Me neither. If so, when I close my eyes and someone, even like through meditation, they're like, imagine a
Mhm.
bright white light and all this stuff. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to so bad, but
Yeah.
I don't see anything. It's just black,
Yeah. It's
just
like in my
nothing.
head, I can think of what I
I
think it
know what
looks
that would
like.
look like. Yes,
Yeah, but I'm not
yes.
literally like see it doesn't just like bing
No, I
pop
don't
up
see
in
it.
my
No.
yeah,
Even you can describe it to the freaking T.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing nothing.
Well, see, it's also like you remember that one time we were talking about like meditation and you were telling me that specific scenario of like your younger self in a cabin in
Yeah.
the woods
Yeah.
and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Like, I remember that. And
Yeah.
like I'm thinking if I was in
So
like
it worked.
meditating, hell no. I still think of it as like a
No,
scary
I'm scared of the
like
woods.
yeah. No, but like it I having I guess gotten to the point in meditation where I can make myself like literally see those
Visualize.
things, like put
Yeah.
myself in that scenario. I can't I don't see it like that.
I don't see it
You know?
either. I
Yeah.
understand what that would look like, so
Yeah.
I
Imagine it, but I'm not
right,
picturing
but
it.
I don't visually see it. So,
Yeah.
okay, you did not let me down, Gina. I'm so proud. Just kidding. I feel very seen and heard and understood right now. Thank you. I'm gonna
You're
tell you what's
welcome.
wrong with us because there's a
Okay.
condition for that, and
Okay.
just add them to the list. May as well, right? It's called. Hold on. And yes, I diagnosed myself on TikTok. Yes, I did. So shut the hell up to anybody who has a problem.
TikTok
It's
MD.
called aphantasia. It's a very pretty name.
Fantasia. I was just listening to her yesterday.
When I see you.
When I don't see you. That's my aphantasia. It's her evil
Aphantasia.
twin. Mhm.
APHANTASIA. And I'm gonna send it to you right now, so you have to watch it later because
Okay.
I was shooketh. And that's pretty much what I wanted to tell
So
you.
what are we supposed to do about that? Like, are there ways for us?
Nothing,
We
but
just can't.
some people see it in different variations, and she shows that I think at the end of it. Some people see a very bright red star or whatever the hell you're trying to tell them to imagine. Some people
Mhm.
see nothing. Some people see like a shadow, like a
Uh-huh.
shaded out version of it. Some people just see the outline. I don't see nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing.
Oh, that's crazy. I never
Yeah.
even really thought about that.
Me neither until she pointed it out and I was like, huh.
Something else to add to the list.
Yep.
Great. Love
You know
that for
what's
us.
weird? Is that I consider myself a pretty creative person. So it's like
Mhm.
weird that like
Is that what it is? Is that like if you can't imagine it, you're more creative or something? And if
no, I
you
just would
don't,
figure that I'm a creative
like you
person, so
would be
I
able
should
to.
be able to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
That
know.
imagination I got.
I
It's failing me.
I wonder if it's also like, and I know you're the same way. So I'm gonna say how I learn more hands-on. Like
Yeah.
I need to physically be doing it or seeing it. Like I can't
Mhm.
just someone talking it and explaining it. Like I'm not gonna remember it that way. I need
Mhm.
to see it physically. I need to do it physically, and that's how I learn better. So I wonder if that's also why like we can't visualize it. Like even though we know what it looks like, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's like that's not how our brain works. You know?
I don't know.
I don't
Cuz
know.
like
Like
I
what
could
if we
tell
could
you
feel it with our
what
hand
it
and then,
looks
then we'd be
like.
able to see it better in our head, eyes closed?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know that that would work.
I don't know either. It just I'm just coming up with ideas.
This is new to the traumas, okay? We don't know
Yes.
yet.
I've only been here like 2 days. I don't know.
Literally. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I have to watch that video.
Yeah. Tell me what you think. I'll leave it down
Right
below
now?
for all y'all. No, no, no.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'll leave it down below for all of you guys to tell us what you think too. And like, can you see something? So right now, can you imagine a purple flamingo in your head right now? Not pink, a purple one. Comment down below. Let us know. Yes or no. Because I can't.
We waited. Yeah.
Okay. Moving
Um,
on.
Another video I seen on Twitter though, but
Mhm.
I've actually seen it. I've seen it before, but it came up again, and I just thought it was so funny because now there's that other meme video of the like fuck around and find out,
Yeah.
and I feel like this is this exact situation.
Mhm.
So for what I don't know, but a girl and her boyfriend showed up to this other girl's house, right at her door, confronting her about something. So you show up to somebody's house upset about something, like
Yeah.
I mean, to me, that's almost asking for a
Unannounced.
fight. Yeah,
Yeah.
like you don't show up to someone's house with
Right.
stuff like that. And so,
Mhm.
anyways, she goes to the house and she's asking to see something. I don't know what. The girl's like, all right, like come in, like clearly like hostilely though, like
Push
it wasn't like
puppy.
okay, yeah, come in. It was like okay, go ahead, like you want to come in,
Yeah.
go. So the girl walks in, and the girl who's home is she slams the door on the boyfriend, right, closes the door, locks it, and then they start fighting. And the girl whose house it is, she starts beating the other girl's ass. And as
As
she's
she
doing that,
should.
as she should, and as that's happening, as they're fighting, like the girl's dog is biting like the other girl in the ass and stuff, like literally biting her ass. And the girl's like
Like not
screaming,
my
like
mama.
like she's biting, like he's biting me, like he's biting me, and she's trying to open the door, like get to the door. I don't even know how it ends. I think it stops somewhere around there.
Mhm.
And to
Who was
me, that was
recording?
I think she must have had a camera in her house, or maybe she knew who it
Oh,
was, so she set up her phone to record.
right.
I don't know, but because it didn't look like a security camera, like house camera, it looked like it was kind of just placed somewhere. So she could have
Yeah.
like knew something was about to happen, so she wanted to get video of it. But yeah, like she just went off, and who do you think, like who do you think's in the wrong in that situation?
Well, obviously she shouldn't have showed up to her house unannounced and like barking big and bad, but
Mm.
also like to lock her in and then beat her ass. Like that's probably not great also. um I don't know legally what that would
Mhm.
look like.
Yeah,
Probably not good,
no,
probably not good. Especially if it was locked. Just
yeah, she
because
lost it
yeah,
because she didn't want the boyfriend to be able to get in.
get in, yeah.
Yeah,
I get it. I get it. It's probably because probably also like we don't know what they were fighting about.
yeah,
So if it was anything toward like her reputation or something like that, then I can understand. She probably doesn't want all her neighbors outside
Mhm.
while they're fighting and all that. That's very
Yeah.
embarrassing. But however, you lock the door like Deadbolt, fucking the Amazon like stick one for
Yeah.
hotels and shit. So like, I don't know. I
I
don't
wonder
know.
if I wonder if she said that she had something of hers, because why else would she walk into the house? Because she didn't just like step in to talk to her. She like walked in and went somewhere and then came back.
Mhm.
So
Maybe
I
she
don't
was like,
know.
"Oh, well, why don't you come in here? We'll talk about it." And then
Yeah, I
she
don't
beat her
know.
ass.
Yeah, I mean she beat her ass.
Mm,
And
sorry about it.
it's funny because we were kind of like talking about it real briefly like before. And it's just funny to think of like the boyfriend's perspective as he's standing on the other side of the door, hearing all of the
Like,
commotion that's
I'll
going
literally
on.
just wait, like the teachers
Like,
say. I'll wait.
yeah, okay,
I'll
let me
wait.
know. I'll be here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah, and then to know also like when they open the door, what if the dog then goes to try to run out and attack the guy too?
Right. And if she really got fucked up by the dog too, like, mm,
See, and that's another thing I wonder
yeah,
is if it's inside her house. Technically, well, I
she
don't know.
willingly
I
went
don't know if you.
inside.
I was gonna say I don't know if you can say she was an intruder because she told her to like, okay, come in.
Yeah, no. She wouldn't be intruding or like
Yeah,
trespassing because
yeah,
you came in willingly and she also invited her in willingly.
yeah.
It's not trespassing.
So
I don't
unless
know.
she said you can't come in and then she came in on her own, then that'd be different. Like, what if they do something to that dog now because it bit her?
Oh, bitch. I'm going to jail.
God bless you.
I'm going to jail for more than just beating your ass here in my house.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, we're
I
not going to
know.
incriminate nobody, but that's not a good look.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm
it is
just
on
saying.
Twitter, so at some point you
Do
might
with
see
it
it.
what you will.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Form your own opinions.
And let
Don't
us
come
know.
here.
Comment down
Don't
below.
come here for our opinions only.
Our humble
Okay.
opinions, you guys.
Humble of always. Humbly always. Um. Oh, so right before we got in this, Gina was saying how she has a like tangle in her hair,
Uh-huh.
and dude, I got so invested in this girl's journey for the last week of taking this knot out of her hair. Like terrible knot. Like I've never seen a knot bigger than this woman's hair tangle.
How did that happen?
I'm gonna tell you right now. So
Yeah.
homegirl put her hair in a braid for
Hmm.
she went to go for a run. It
Hmm.
starts pouring rain and her hair, like I don't know, like the water and just the mixture of her, like I don't
Bouncing or
know
something?
how, but it was literally like a dread. Like in one day it happened. So she went to sleep. I
Whoa.
think she said she plays softball or something. So she goes to
Uh-huh.
practice, she works out a lot, whatever. Bitch, it was this like whole chunk right here in the front,
What the
and
hell?
it was so matted, like her like roots were mad. It was so bad. And so she was going and she was recording every time she went to a different salon or she tried a different
Yeah.
thing.
Product,
People
yeah.
were telling her to put WD-40 in her hair. Like it was wild, okay? And I don't know why these kept popping up. Probably because I watched every single one through and through. But I
Uh-huh.
didn't like ever go to her profile and like scroll through it
Watch
and
it.
watch them all. How I ended up seeing every single stage of this journey, I don't know. But I got so invested. And yesterday she finally got it out
Oh my,
after
so it took her
one
a week?
full week. Full
Wow.
week. And she's finally like brushing her hair right here. And she looked like she was about to cry. Like
I was gonna say I probably would have had a couple breakdowns like
I
with
would have
something
chopped
like
the
that.
fucking shit.
And it's weird too because braids are supposed to be what keeps your hair from getting knotted.
Yeah.
So it's so weird. And especially at the front, like how did she get, I don't know. That's just really weird how that even happened.
I'm gonna send it to
Like
you.
I know sometimes like with my hair, when it's let's say if I haven't, because I can go like a week without washing my hair, right?
Yeah.
So let's say on day 3, 4, at that point I'm kind of just like putting it in buns, like and keeping
Right.
it in buns most of the time. So when I do that, like my hair will start to um I guess spiral into itself.
Right.
So I will get some pieces that are higher up that are just a full like a piece chunk of hair that's completely twisted
like
in.
Tornado.
Yeah, like it's like
Yeah.
completely twisted and certain ones because I've been twisting it so much, putting it in braids over and over. So I
Right.
get that. But a braid,
It was
just because it
bad.
got wet, like
It
that's
was
so weird.
bad. It was
What
really
how was
bad.
what was her hair type?
Um
Like
uh
straight, wavy, or like
I think probably like straight wavy-ish,
even
very,
weirder?
very, very slight wave.
Uh-huh. That's so weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
I
Well, I
got
mean, I guess
invested though. Her name is
that's
also Emily.
oh really?
Yeah. But
Dude.
dude, it
No,
was bad.
I would have
It was
definitely at some
really
point
bad.
had breakdowns, especially if like a salon couldn't get it out and I
She
would
went
start
to
panicking.
multiple salons,
Yeah,
like
I would
got
start
like
panicking
deep
because I would think,
conditioning stuff put on it. Like she
imagine to
tried
have to cut
everything.
your hair right there on the side.
And it was a good
You
amount
can't
of hair
cover that
too.
up.
It was a good amount of hair.
It's like that video, that old video of a girl curling her hair and the thing was too hot and it just burned straight off. Yeah.
Literally
It's like, how do
sizzled.
you cover that up?
For watching all the girls freaking, I
Cut
used to
their
do this
bangs?
too. Cut their bangs, straighten their hair wet, and it's literally
Oh
like
yeah.
frying, sizzling, steaming, like
Yeah. To me, it's cutting bangs.
not
And
good.
I've cut my own bangs as a kid.
Same.
I've cut friends' bangs as a kid. And like, but seeing people doing it now,
Like
and
whole
especially
adults.
and that's what I was about to say, especially grown. Because like when you're a kid, you do that, like you
Yeah.
don't know better.
You
But
don't
like as a
understand
grown adult,
physics.
all of the videos that there is now out about how to cut your hair and cut bangs, they'll like this girl had a comb, brought it to the comb to here to her
Yes.
eyebrows,
When she
cut it
twisted it.
above the comb. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, girl,
I
why
see
did
that
you
one.
think, like, why did you think that cutting it here was gonna look good if you
She
wanted it
thought she
here?
ate.
How does that make? And then as soon as she seen it, she covered it up.
Because I
Like
think someone else was in the room. She
she
was
walked
so
in.
embarrassed. She thought she was about to eat,
And
bro.
how
And
do
I
you
felt
fix that?
so
Well, I
bad.
think that one
And it was like
specifically,
shorter here and then went out a little bit too on
yeah,
the
because she
side.
had it
I felt
twisted.
so bad for her.
I think that one was actually could have been easily fixable because she had it really close to the front. She could have just grabbed more hair here and try to like kind of cover it up a little bit. Like you're still gonna see it, but you
Yeah,
can
but
at
like
least
to
try to
have to
cover it
push your
up some.
hairline back like that.
She's gonna have to. Some people do start their bangs really far back though.
I've seen that.
Yeah, and at that point, she
I'm
would have
not
had
judging
to.
nobody. It's just I don't think that would look good on me.
It would look better than the fucking little hairs here in the middle of her forehead,
She
damn
had
near her
some
hairline.
fucking demi wispies.
Yeah, it's so bad. There's like
Bless her heart.
no kind of styling that you can do to make it look better.
Yeah.
Like you got to write it out.
You literally have to like I don't even know what you would be able to do because it's not gonna pull back in a bun or a ponytail.
You probably
You
can't even
can't.
like twist it to
You'd
try
probably
to.
have to do those cute little trendy hair clips
All the
every
way
single
around.
day.
Dude, I would be
And
so
hella
embarrassed to go to
gel.
work, to like for anyone who knew me to see me. I would just be mortified.
Dude, imagine if it was her birthday or something. Like she thought she was about to do that shit for like an
I'm buying
anniversary
the
or
piece off
birthday or
Amazon.
trip. Oh, immediately.
Yeah. Like
That's the best fix of
Prime
them
same
all.
day shipping. I am buying that clip
Absolutely.
on.
And if it's not same day, I'm not going out until same day is available.
Exactly. Exactly. And I'm just gonna keep it. I'll put it in every day. It'll
I'm
become part of my
sleeping with
morning
it.
routine.
It's a
Yeah.
part of me now. It's like
Dude,
when we
no.
used like I used to refuse to go out without my eyebrows like filled in because at that time they were very, very thin and like
Uh-huh.
not very shaped well because I used to get them threaded a lot.
Uh-huh.
And so I used to refuse to go out even to like the grocery store if I didn't at least like put a little bit.
Uh-huh.
So imagine that, but like it's actually your hair.
Mm-hmm. And it takes long to grow.
No. Mm-mm. No.
It's funny, but not when it happens to you. Like it's just you can't go back. That's the
But
thing.
like
And
you
that's
said, that happens a lot when you're a kid. Girl, what was
yeah.
you doing?
Yeah. Like if I'm gonna try something, especially with my hair, which I already kind of don't do because I get scared. I'm not gonna lie though, I for a long time I go to the same girl to cut my hair, but I wouldn't even let her cut my bangs. Like
Yeah.
I would just do it myself
Mm-hmm.
because I don't really do like bangs anymore. It's more of like I guess face framing pieces,
Pieces,
you know.
yeah.
Um, so I knew like the length I wanted it. I knew that I was fine with how they
And it
came
wasn't a
out.
lot of hair.
Yeah, so
So
like I was fine doing that, but I finally like I started letting her do my bangs and stuff. And she does great. Like she's always did a good job. But even to have like a salon, like a stylist do bangs, like actual bangs like that, I would be so scared.
yeah.
I'd be so scared because some
Yeah.
people just do too much. Like you'll tell them a certain length and they don't do that. You know,
Right.
that's why
Even
I
with your
stay with
whole
the same
length of your hair
person.
too.
Yeah, that's why I stay with
Mhm.
the same person because she will not do that. And that's why I trust her so much because any
Right.
other place I would go to would do that to me. I'd be like, oh, only this much. And the next thing you know, I'm like, fucking 4 inches is gone.
Yeah.
That's not
I've been
initially what
seeing
I wanted.
hella I've been seeing hella videos of like hair stylists doing their consultations on TikTok,
Hmm.
and it is actually so freaking cool. I've never had this type of experience, but they literally sit there and they'll tell them like, "Okay, so what are you thinking? Show me like your pictures or
Hmm.
whatever." And then they'll be like, "Okay, so for you, I wouldn't recommend." Like they'll tell them straight up before they even touch them. Like for you specifically, you have more,
Hmm.
let's just say, a rounder face. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't start the face pieces right here because it's going to cut you off at your jaw. Like start them
Yeah.
a little higher, a little lower if that's the look that you want. Like they will literally get it down to like every freaking strand, you know?
That's what
Like
my
they
lady
take their
does.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
And
never
that's
had that
why,
experience. I
dude, like
mean,
that's,
yes, they've done consultations, but like it's never been actually that's a lie. Maybe like once or twice. I've had
uh,
someone who actually like takes time to listen to me, but it's because I've expressed so many times like I've
yeah.
had really bad experiences and I have trust issues with my hair and blah blah blah. So I have to like always preface with that, even though
Yeah.
you shouldn't have to. Like when you go somewhere, they should listen to you what you're saying, you
Yeah.
know? But also I like that they make recommendations so you don't end up with something that is
You're
not
not
gonna
gonna
look right
like.
on you.
Like you
Yeah.
think you see a picture, and this is honestly, this is she kind of helped me learn like not the pictures that I see is not exactly how my hair is gonna look because I have
Exactly.
different hair like type than the
Yeah.
person that I'm showing the picture, you know?
Right.
And
And you
so
know
I
how
would show
many
her
times they
something.
went for their sessions?
Yeah.
Because you can't, let's say you're trying to go blonde. You can't go blonde in one day. That's, you're
Yeah.
going to fry your fucking hair off.
And like that's what she was like, okay, so like your hair type is gonna look it's either and for me, because like my hair gets big.
Yeah.
So I think one day I asked her, one of the times I had asked her for like layers. And she's like, okay, like we can do layers. She goes, but I want you to know, like, because of how your hair is, if I do
It's
layers,
like
the
gonna,
bigger your hair is gonna get. Like it's gonna
right.
look way more full, like add a lot more volume. And at the time I was like, okay, no, like maybe that's not what I want.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Because you don't
let's
have a
go for a
problem
little
with
bit less.
volume.
Yeah, exactly. And so just I think it was more that she was being honest with
Yeah.
specifically how my hair is with my face shape. Like I was like, you know what? You know better than I do because I
Right.
think this is what I want, but when I have it more explained to me, like actually how it is or how it would look, back up. What's it called? Then I trust your opinion, you know?
Yeah.
Because every time she did that, she was right. And when I got what we figured out I wanted, I loved it.
Right.
And I was like,
And also,
thank
we're
you,
not
because I
ones to
wouldn't have
like
been happy.
style. We're not ones to like style our hair every day, especially not with heat every single day.
Yeah,
So like certain hairstyles and like things that you want to try that you see is trending or whatever, girl, I'm not gonna do that. Like
yeah,
it's never gonna look like that because I'm not gonna do that. Other than the one day that I go get it done at the salon, it'll look like that style for one day, and then when I go to wash it, I'm never gonna do that again.
exactly.
So it's
That's
never
what.
gonna look like that anyways.
So my sister was saying how like recently she's been saying she wants to get curtain bangs. And I was
Mhm.
like, dude, with your hair, like it'll look really
It would
good.
look really cute, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, I love the way curtain bangs look, and I think they're
Me
so
too.
pretty. But
Hmm.
to if I was to do that, I would have to style them every time for them to look the way they're supposed to look, you know?
Right.
Like it's
Yeah.
not gonna look the same in the way at least I'm envisioning it. Like if I have a blowout, beautiful, it's gonna look great. But I'm not gonna
Right.
have a blowout every single day after I get that
Yeah.
done, you
And you're
know?
not gonna want to blow them out every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, different hair types. Some girl
Your
oh,
hair
I
would look
love
really cute though.
right? I love the girls that have like really it's like really curly hair and they get bangs and it like frames their whole face.
Yeah.
It
I've seen it
looks
too. It looks
so
cute.
pretty. And they
It
usually have like
does.
a lot of volume to their hair and it's like just it just looks
They
so
probably have a lot of
nice.
layers too.
Yeah, I'm
I've just
sure.
I've thought about it too. Like, oh, I like having face framing pieces, and the ones that I have are very thin because I cut them myself and I'm too scared to add more hair.
Yeah.
So I sometimes I do want to add more, and I'm like, oh, but I just talk myself out of it. Sage has something to say.
You want to say hi? Yay. Okay, thank you.
She looked at it. But I've thought about it too, and I'm just like, I've seen girls who have kind of similar like curl patterns to me. But I just don't know, especially because I wear glasses too. I just feel like I'm gonna look like your camp counselor. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
Honestly, you know, we really should go because we've talked about this for years at this point of wanting to like get wigs and stuff and like just try different hairstyles and whatnot. Like get a wig that's that style and see if you like it. And then you can just, if you like it, get the wig. And so you don't have to commit to the hairstyle.
A wig of my same hair texture.
No, but the cut.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like the cut that you like, but your same hair texture. So you don't actually have to commit to it, but
I wouldn't
like it.
Like honestly speaking, I wouldn't buy a curly wig. Yeah, because I want to be someone else. I don't want to be me with bangs.
Or you just buy the piece.
Get the bangs, yeah.
Yeah, the piece.
Other bangs, yeah. I don't know.
I still want to buy like a really pin straight long hair and then pin straight short hair. Yeah. Like a little
that's so
up
scary.
To right here.
Even though it's just a wig, it scares me.
I feel like I wouldn't know what to do because I've never tried on a wig before. Like walking like Edna from The Incredibles.
It's a bowl cut.
Or just keep turning like, what? What'd you say?
I know, because like now I can feel my hair on my lower back. So sometimes when I'm walking, I purposely like sway it so I can feel it. But if it's short, you're like just feeling it on the top of your shoulder.
I feel like my neck will be cold or tickly. What?
He said, I feel like my neck will be cold.
Yeah, dude, my hair, like if I have it up, dude, I'm so much colder than if my hair is just like laying on me. If I have short hair and it's down, I feel like I'm gonna be so cold.
I've never thought about that.
That's like the first thing I thought of. Like your neck's gonna be fucking cold unless you wear a scarf. My neck's, I've never had short hair. Or so like all the or like this one, like it's high up, you know? But like I've never in my life had short hair besides when I was a baby. So I have no idea what short hair girls go through. Actually, I seen a girl who cut her hair short.
Comment down below.
And she said that it's a lot more work. Because she has to style it for it to look good. Otherwise it just looks like messy.
And after probably a month, it's at that awkward, it's not short, it's not long. Yeah. So like
hairstyles are kind of weird.
Wise, they probably have to cut their hair a lot more too.
Yeah, see, I don't want that. I don't want to deal with that.
No. I don't have time.
No. Let me pull up this video really quick. So it's just gonna play the audio.
Okay.
Oh wait, it's not that one. So little context and for our audio listeners too. This video is gonna be from someone's wedding. It's their vows. It's the guy's vows to the girl. Now, mind you, she is kind of like laughing in between. To me, it seems more of like an I don't know what to do awkward laugh, you know?
Uncomfortable.
Thank you. Uncomfortable, like you know, thing, but listen to this guy's vows. They're raunchy. Okay, so let it be known. I said that now.
Only two things are required to keep me happy: keep my belly full and my balls empty. Well, you're amazing at half of it. We really need to get you some cooking lessons. Even when my belly isn't full, there is no one I could ever love more in this lifetime, unless I actually get a chance to meet Margot Robbie. Since the beginning, I was always told life gets even better when the kids fall asleep and you tell me to come to the bedroom. Nothing's better than the sound of gagging and headboard slamming. Michael. Yeah, since you're so good at making decisions like marrying me, you can choose whether tonight's going to end with being a toaster strudel or a Twinkie.
Are you kidding me?
Those were wedding vows.
Is he serious?
In front of both of their families. I don't know who was like what's it called, the The one marrying him.
Ordain? The ordainer?
Well, that person, even she looked like a family member, and she was like, Michael. Like
I heard someone say,
yeah, like, oh, watch your mouth. In front of her family, her parents, her grandparents.
not the balls empty joke.
Not the gagging. I was
not
like,
the toaster strudel.
The
Twinkie. That very much should have been a private experience for the both of them.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
mortifying, like, I want to know, humiliated. Like, are you drunk? Like, are you not taking this seriously because you're just making a bunch of jokes? This is not your best man speech. This is your vows. Like, what the fuck?
And that sounds like, I want to know if that was the whole vows. Like, was that it? Or did he say stuff before?
Did he say stuff how after? Fucking annoyed I would be if all you have to say is sexual references. Is that why you're marrying me?
Exactly. And then he said she can't cook. I was like, so not only did you not once say you love me, but say that the two things that make you happy, I can't do one of them. So all you're falling back
but
on
I'm really good at the other one.
Yeah. Thanks. That's such a great compliment. I feel so good now.
That is so embarrassing.
Yeah. Like, because okay, obviously from her standpoint, like, what else do you do besides laugh? Like, you're in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Literally here getting married. What else are you supposed to do?
And you're supposed to be like a united front.
Exactly.
Like, you're supposed to defend the person in front of everybody else, but then, you know,
but then he goes and says something like that.
Yeah, that's really hard to defend.
I was like, I don't think I ever thought about what like a really bad vows could be, or like worst vows, but that would seem like one of the worst vows I feel like I'll probably ever hear.
Probably. It just seemed like he wasn't taking it seriously.
Not at all. And look, I can get being joking, especially like that's how you guys are. Like, you're just very playful and you joke around a lot.
Yeah.
But at the same time, but you can do that without being vulgar in the way of like in front of her family.
Right.
And also, like, it's your wedding. Like, at least put a little bit of like
romance.
Yeah, you know, something sweet in there.
It's supposed to be a little bit sentimental, you know?
Yeah.
You don't have to be sappy, but damn, like you said, you didn't even say you love me. And I'm second up to fucking whatever he said his crush is. So
oh yeah. Pretty much he already has a hall pass that he created himself.
Yeah, right.
He didn't even say anything about that.
I wonder what she said to him. It was probably heartfelt. It was, and you know, okay, that brings me to another thought. My ADHD, it's like a bouncing ball, okay?
That's what I love about us. That we can bounce around.
But it makes sense, you know?
Yeah.
Not really all the time, but
with how our brain works, it makes sense.
Right, exactly. Follow the bouncing ball here. So you know how like some people, they'll have like their brides, their maid of honor, like read their vows just to make sure, I don't know, they like share it for some reason, you know? So the best man didn't look at those vows and say, bro, what are you doing? Like maybe that also has to be a little bit of your responsibility. You never asked him like, hey, so about those vows, can I like look them over? You know,
I imagine he's like, no, I nailed it. You'll just wait.
He's like, it's a surprise for everybody.
Because I feel like even if I was the bridesmaid, it like, you know, if I was one of the bridesmaids and I heard that as his vows, I would be pissed for her.
Yeah.
Even if she wasn't.
We're all gonna go talk shit.
Yeah, like I'll be like, dude, so what the hell was that? What was that?
I don't even know. I need a shot, somebody.
And like I'm somebody that I'm not good at being like very sappy in like, especially in writing. Like I'm not a good writer. I'm not a good to be able to kind of like put my emotions in writing. I'm just not good at that. I've never been good at it. But even then, I can at least come up with something that's better than that. Like I'm not gonna be like, no, it's just not gonna, it's never gonna be that.
Like at least reminisce a little bit on like the adventures you went through, or like trials, tribulations, how you guys
why you love her
now. Like there's so many other things to talk about. Truly. And what if wait, it's coming to me now. What if they met as like a one night stand And like in a weird way, that was him being like, for some reason it just worked out because of that skill that you
and even then you can find a way to like make a quick little joke on like a one night stand and then turn it into something romantic because now you guys are getting married. Like
right. He didn't have the bring it back.
Yeah.
To,
Yeah. He went too far with the jokes, and it's like someone that can't read a room. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what?
He's not
that would
self-aware.
I don't know if we said that as an ick, but that could be a good one.
That's ick.
Is not being able to read a room, especially when it's very apparent. Like I know when like if some things are kind of very subtle, okay, I can guess like maybe you didn't notice it, but when it's very apparent and obvious and you're just not picking up the cues,
yeah,
I couldn't do it.
That's your wedding.
Yeah.
And when you watch your wedding video, or like, I don't know if people really do that shit or if it's just like rich people, I don't know, but when you reminisce back on your wedding and you have like a family and kids and all that, and then they ask you, well, what did you say? Like, what were your vows? And you have to tell them that.
Yeah. He puts it in a shadow box and just has his vows. Dude, and then her
people
vows.
Do that.
Yeah.
People fucking do that. That's, oh my God. I feel so bad for her. I just want to give her a hug.
I would be like, girl, you can get an annulment. I'll be like, it's only day one. You want
to run? We can run.
Come on. The car's right there. I got my keys in my pocket.
Right.
Let's go. Grab some food and let's go. Grab the alcohol.
Grab the cake.
And we'll head the fuck out.
Let's go.
Let's dip.
I just that's a tough one.
Yeah. Cause like, and to me, I don't know that I would even do like personal vows in front of everyone. Like I said, I'm not good at sappy stuff, and then to have everyone hear it, like if I am trying to be like, it's a sentimental moment, so like I want to be sentimental, but I think it would be for me better to like we do our private vows in private, like just with each other, and then like our written vows, I guess, and then like the whatever standard ones will be in front of everyone at the ceremony. You know what I mean?
Agree. That's definitely how I'm gonna do it too.
Because like I just
absolutely
or
like if you're nervous and stuff and you like stutter or you say it weird or like you're just you know, nobody needs to see all that. But the person who's gonna have to deal with that for the rest of their lives.
Like, don't get me wrong. I think the sentimental vows are very cute. I love when they're good, like I love hearing when that people are, expressing their love for each other and why they're getting married and why they love each other. I think that's amazing. I just don't want to do it in front of all my family.
No.
Like we're not very sentimental people in general. So it's like, why do I want to open up that side when we never do that?
Right.
I don't want to do it for just that one day. It's not gonna
be... I feel like other people are probably gonna be like, oh, like the older generation, they're gonna be like, oh, that's weird, blah blah blah. But it's like y'all didn't even do personal vows back then.
Yeah, I'm
you
like,
just
we
say
did it.
I do and call it a fucking day.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's your wedding. Do what the fuck you want.
Exactly. That's what it's like you get those parents that want to be involved so much into the wedding. Yeah. I was watching this girl. She does like reactions. She literally posts every day different reactions to like different things. And one of them was like wedding based. And one of the stories was that the groom's mom wanted the bride to wear her dress for the wedding. And the bride had already picked her dress. She found the one she liked, and had nothing, like she didn't have no specific problem with the mom. It wasn't that she didn't want to wear it, it's that she found one that she liked for her wedding. Yeah. And the husband, without telling the wife or the fiance, I guess, returned her dress and got the mom's dress instead, because it meant so much to his mom that dress was worn. That was the way she envisioned it, the way she's always envisioned it for his wedding and all these different things. And I was like, then why don't you marry your mom? Like, this is our wedding. I'm the bride. This is my dress. Why would you ever go behind my back and return my dress? They shouldn't even have accepted that. The store, honestly,
Yeah.
They should not have let him return that.
No. Or they
'Cause he
should at
probably
least
wasn't
called her and be like,
exactly.
hey, he's trying to return your dress.
Like, do you know, is your
Authorize that?
permission? Yeah. Because, like, I'm sure he wasn't there when she got it in the first place.
Yeah. And I am so glad that we are working on no longer being people pleasers, because call me a bitch, but I don't give a rat's ass what your mom wants.
It's not
for
her wedding.
Our wedding.
Yeah.
I understand like a certain, like if someone else is paying for your entire wedding, I feel like I can understand a little bit of where they're coming from, where it's like, well, I want to invite someone and I'm paying for it, so sucks to suck.
Yeah.
But I bought the dress. This is my wedding. I don't really care that this is how you envisioned it. Like, this is how I envisioned it.
Yeah.
So
and for
I
that reason alone,
till my kid has a wedding for then I can like,
and then not even because you would probably because you know what it felt like, you would let them pick whatever dress they wanted to wear, or whatever they wanted to wear. That's not how it
works.
Yeah. And not like for that reason alone, if like someone else was paying for it, is the reason why I wouldn't want someone to pay for it, is because it's like now you kind of do have a say in like what I do with whatever it is that you're putting the money towards.
Because
and like if that's not what I want, especially like, and this goes for anything, like if you're gonna help me out in some way, but then you're gonna throw it in my face later, I'd rather you not do it at all. Like don't do it if you're just gonna throw it in my face
over my head.
Yeah, no. I'd really rather that you not.
Right.
Because I don't think it should be that way. I would never help somebody out and then hold that over their head the entire time. Yeah. Because I'm not doing it.
So
yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Because already their intention is
entitled as fuck.
Yeah, it's their intention isn't to actually help out. It's like to have something over you, and so it's for their own selfish reasons, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I don't need none of that.
No.
Like so even if like let's say we had to like someone offered to pay because we couldn't afford all of it, but they were gonna do that, I'd just be like, then we just adjust our plans and what we're gonna do. Yeah. Because I don't want to deal with all that.
Right.
I'd really
I think it would depend on who. Like if someone wants to, let's just say, help out with helping you pay for your cake or something, most likely they're not going to be like, well, I'm helping you pay for it, so I'm going to choose the flavor. Like that's stupid. But when it comes to like paying for the venue or comes to paying for the actual food, they might want to say something.
Exactly. And unless it was like something we already agreed on, like, oh, we both like this is what it is, and like you want to help, and again, you're not gonna like hold it over me, then cool, like thank you, but if you're paying for it because you have a whole different vision for what I want,
right,
and are gonna use the fact that you're paying for it,
weddings just bring out, in some cases, very, very bad versions of people.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Like
it's supposed to be a loving time.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel very loving and warm and friendly and inviting.
That's crazy. It's how stressful it can get. Like when we're in those positions one day, it's gonna be surreal.
I'm not stressing about a damn thing.
Like I probably will stress. I'm a fucking stressful, worrisome person in general, but I don't want to be stressed out to where it's not like it's not enjoyable,
I'm just not gonna do it in that case. Like if it's that stressful, I'm gonna elope.
Yeah.
Period.
And like be mad if you want, but like at that point you wouldn't be able to do anything anyways.
You can elope and still tell people. It just means you didn't organize a wedding.
Yeah. And then you can elope and then still have like a party afterwards. I want a party. I want to have food. I want to dance. I want to get a little tipsy,
It just worries me like with venues and stuff, because like if someone fucks up something in that place, you're responsible.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just scary,
Yeah, for sure. And it's not like we have.
It seems very stressful to like plan everything and all of that stuff, but I feel like it doesn't have to be that stressful. Like Bridezilla's stressful,
and I think it's a lot of the times when I notice with like Bridezillas, it's like they're just over controlling because they want to control like every single little detail, and then you have to know how to pick your battles, you know? And I get like, okay, it's my day and blah, blah, blah. And like, I get that, right? Obviously you want everything to go right and the way you envision it.
Yeah.
But you also have like, I heard this thing where it's like, if you don't have a plan B, you don't have a plan A.
Right.
So if you need to have backups for in case something can go wrong, because that's like something is gonna go wrong.
Yeah.
Like it's just in anything, it's gonna happen.
Someone's gonna forget something. Yeah.
So always have backups in case, so that way you're not stressed out about if this goes wrong, the whole thing is fucked up now. It's like, no, okay, then we do this, then it's cool, it's taken care of.
That and like people who are working for the wedding knowing what the fuck they're there to do and doing it. Because if people are just like standing around, or like your coordinator or whoever like is trying to help you orchestrate the whole thing, if they don't know what the fuck they're doing, it is not gonna be a good time, you know?
Have you ever seen the episode of George Lopez where like, so Angie's wedding coordinator, and George said that her job was easy, and he's like, you just call people and that's it, like you're done. She's like, okay, so you do this wedding then, and you tell me how easy it is, because the bride was like a bridezilla. And he like, shit just keeps going wrong. Like she put the too much of her scent of lavender on the invitations, or the little ribbons were gold and they weren't champagne, and like all these like random little stuff. It's such, I mean, George Lopez in general is hella funny, but like that episode was hella funny. And the bride was Eva Longoria.
I feel like I do remember the episode, but like kind of vaguely. Like I don't remember it. Like it's kind of like those episodes I don't really remember.
It was
I can't imagine it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't see anything.
A Fantasia.
Aphantasia.
My
aphantasia's acting up.
It's showing.
It's showing very much. It's giving.
No, yeah, but aphantasia. That's like what I imagine is like George when he didn't know how to coordinate when it started raining or something, and like it can turn into a shit show very quickly, I'm sure. Absolutely. I would want mine to be more of a laid back. Like I don't want it to have to be super like boom, 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 boom. All of this has to be right, because like in my life experience, shit just don't work out that way.
Right.
And I wouldn't assume.
Why am I gonna try for today?
Yeah, I wouldn't just assume that it's gonna happen and all put together for that day. Like so I want it to be like more of a laid back type feel, so that it's not that stressful, you know, like it's, but that's easy said now, because
Are you gonna allow +1s?
I guess it depends on the venue and how much we have. Like if I want to like I want to do like an open bar and like all this stuff, if we have it for that, depending on who, but it depends on who. Because at the same time, like I'm not inviting hella people to the wedding itself. Like maybe to the party, like the afterwards, then I don't give a fuck. But like the wedding itself is going to be small. I want only the people that actually know us as a couple. Yeah, the ceremony. Like I wanted the only people who really actually know us there, because that's more of like the intimate moment, you know. But it would only be kind of like maybe for like my close family that would get a +1, because then I would know they're +1. You know what I mean?
But you'd most likely already invite them.
Personally. True. Like, yeah.
So and so and so and so.
I think for the most part, I would want to say no.
Yeah.
But at this,
I think it's kind of rude to ask for a +1 to a wedding.
Oh, that's
in my opinion. Because you're spending a lot of fucking money. Yeah. Like a lot of fucking money. And plates alone, that plate of food could be easily $100, $150 a head. Like, girl, no, you cannot have your fucking random ass hookup from last week, because a lot of the times people are embarrassed to go to weddings
to show up alone. Yeah.
I don't give a rat's ass.
Yeah.
You're not.
I'd be like, I'd rather you not come than bring someone I didn't say was okay.
You're not gonna show up if you can't bring fucking what's his face, then that means you're not coming either, and you're not welcome either.
Yeah. And if you choose not to come just because you can't bring some random ass person, like you shouldn't have been there anyway. So
exactly, but send a gift.
Yeah, I'll gladly accept.
Add to the honeymoon fund.
Yeah, dude. Like I seen another one where she specifically had said no kids were allowed at the wedding. And the only ones, there was like an exception of like the flower girls and whatever.
Yeah.
But other than that, like it was just a wedding with no kids.
Yeah.
And one of the cousins or something decided that she was gonna bring her kids anyways, and she brought her kids to it, and they were like, "What the fuck? Like we said, no,
so
like
rude.
we were very clear that there were not kids allowed at this wedding." And it's rude because then it's not even like, it's also seating, and like there's now what, we got to find space because we didn't plan for, because you weren't supposed to bring your kids. Now it's food, now it's watching your kids,
there's
like
people getting drunk. You don't need a bunch of kids around, like
exactly. So it's like, dude, like
I would allow kids, I think, in my opinion, just because we have a lot of kids in our family, and like we would want them to be there too, because we're really close with all of the kids too. I would say to like a certain hour, and then like, okay, at this point kids need to head out, and like maybe the older people that like, you know, need to go home, they need to get out.
And I think
because
that's reasonable, honestly.
I think it's also like a safety thing. If their parents are getting drunk or glass breaks or anything can happen, you don't want a bunch of kids being around to witness that, you know?
Or even like the fact that like their parents are drunk and then the kids are going or doing something that they shouldn't be, and no one's watching them because you're partying, you're having a good time, you know? Like it's just, I think that's kind of like best place. I think that's the best way to do it. It's like up until a certain point, and then it's like, okay, like
let
at
them
this time,
eat, you know.
I would say around like 8. Like 8 is kind of like a good one, because that's when the it's gonna start getting live around there. You know, people have
probably
eaten.
already gonna be drunk by 8 o'clock. I hope.
That's a question, because like I've thought about this, because I've seen videos where like the bride and groom get like really fucked up at the wedding. Do you want to get like super drunk, or
I kind of go back and forth, because like obviously I want to remember it, but I've never been blacked out. So I can get super fucked up and still remember everything. So I think for me personally, probably isn't going to be a problem.
I think for mine, like I'll for sure have drinks, but I think I'm going to kind of be cautious to spread it out, because like I want to have a good time. I want to be able to like have my drinks and stuff and whatever, but I don't want to have a hangover the next day, and I don't want to be throwing up, because for me, like I'm somebody that throws up. Like if I'm drinking a lot, I'll throw up and I'll keep partying, and then I'll probably throw up again, and then I'll keep partying. So I don't want to be throwing up on my wedding and like in my wedding dress, or you know, having to go back and forth to the bathroom because I'm sick. Like I want to still enjoy it for the wedding that it is. No, I don't think it's even more of like
you've really gotten to that point, like for certain events or anything, like in the midst of it you're having to go throw up. Like maybe toward the end of the night when like shit, like bitch, I should have been asleep 2 hours ago.
And but it'll definitely be that night,
you know. I don't know, I think you might surprise yourself. Especially if you pace yourself and you're eating.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the thing too, is that a lot of the times they're just gonna keep feeding you drinks, and you never even fucking ate dinner, or you never even had a damn chip, like, you know. So I feel like as long as you eat before and you make sure, like that's obviously the maid of honor's job too. Like, bitch, I'm gonna fucking spoon feed you mashed potatoes, you know.
Out on the dance floor.
I personally feel like that's the maid of honor's job. Like regardless, like obviously let the couple do their thing, but they're not going to be thinking of eating, or oh shit, I should probably drink some water, or oh fuck, you're right, I do have to go pee, you know. Like no, it's like your job to help them.
Like literally even one of my friends, her baby shower, she's like, you know, she's walking around everywhere, like talking to everybody, and we're like, you know, we at that point we had gotten there, we'd eaten and whatever, and we're looking at her and we're like, have you eaten anything? And she's like, no, I've just been like, you know, this and this, and trying to make sure this is good and these people are good. And we're like, dude, sit down. Like we'll get you your plate. Sit down and eat. Like you need to take a second.
I hate that.
And so like literally we made her sit down and eat, because we're like, this is not, you need to enjoy yourself, but also like relax a little bit. Like what I see that dude, she was like waddling, because baby shower, you know, you're close to your due date at that point. So she's like waddling everywhere, and like she can tell she's
uncomfortable.
And we're like, no, like just chill for a second. People are gonna be fine. Like it's fine. Just sit down.
And honestly, it's like it's fucked up to say it like this, but if you came in to this baby shower, wedding, fucking birthday party, I don't know, whatever it is, in a bad mood or like not going thinking you're gonna have a good time, I could give a fuck less if you have a bad time. If you came with that energy, you know?
Yeah.
Like you said, people are gonna figure it out. You can tell where the food is. You don't have to tell people go get a fucking plate.
Yeah.
People know when there's food being served that there's food over there. There's drinks over here. Mingle with each other. Like that's not on me.
Mm-hmm.
And also, they should be coming to her.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm gonna sit my ass here. I'm gonna have like a designated chair that's decorated all cute. You want to talk to
throne.
me? Come to me. I'm not gonna be fucking doing the work. Hell no.
Yeah.
No,
it's like one of those things that you notice being the outside person. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Because like I got it from her perspective, like, oh, she's trying to be a host and like all these things, but it's like this is also for you and like
get somebody else to do it.
exactly you know, like designate that to someone else.
Someone else hosts it for you, like
exactly.
Let's say your best friend throws you the baby shower, so they're gonna be the ones to kind of
be running around all over the place and
not only just set it up, like they're gonna be figuring out the games and doing all that, like you're gonna be involved as much as you want to be involved, you know?
Exactly.
But you should be more present in the moment versus like, oh fuck, is everybody having a good time? That's on them to have a good time, babe. That's not on you.
I do think like that though. I know that
too, but I got to a point where I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
I don't like host enough things for like it to be like really apparent, you know? So like for me to have gotten to the point to like not care anymore, but like because I know that's how it should be. But I know that if I'm hosting something, like I'm hyper aware of like is there enough of this, and is like did this run out, or like is everyone cool, do you think everyone's having a good time? Like I think that way, you know, like at the end of the day I like want everyone to have enjoyed their time, so you over stress on it and now like you're looking stressed, so now people are seeing you look stressed and then it doesn't
you're not
help
having a good time at that point.
Exactly
so then you almost resent having the party or resent hosting and you're like, damn, I don't want to do this again because today sucked.
You're exhausted.
Yeah. I feel like I'm at a place in my life where that's just not
like you're growing out of that people pleasing
absolutely
era.
That girl died a week ago.
So who's this? Who am I talking to right now?
She's looking for a fuck to give.
Who am I talking to right now?
I don't know. I think we have to come up with a new alias.
Alter ego.
Yeah. Or maybe Emily was a people pleaser. Emilita is definitely not.
Okay.
She doesn't have time to give a fuck.
I'm down with it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I love that for her.
Thank you so much. Me too.
You know what's really gross?
A lot of things.
I seen this on TikTok today, actually. And I was like, what the hell? And I guess this is a rabbit hole. I didn't go too far into the rabbit hole because I was barely on my lunch and I was like, I can only go so far and then I just want to get like quick information, you know?
Right.
But it was saying how they found out a reason why, which I didn't even know this was a thing, but I guess morgues prefer hiring women over men. And this is like worldwide, not just like the US. This is worldwide. It's a thing that morgues prefer hiring women over men because there are so many cases of necrophilia of men doing it to the dead bodies. Worldwide, this is an issue. And I was like, even to the point where like the Egyptians, if it was a woman, they would have another like woman or someone guarding the woman's body until they eventually got like I think cremated or embalming. Because of that. So they would guard it. So that's why I guess they said again, I said I found it on TikTok. So like take it with a grain of salt. But like they said that there's not as many
100% true.
I checked.
Right.
That there's not as many women mummies because of that. And I was like,
there's not as many women mummies because of that?
Because usually they would like cremate them
instead,
because so many things were happening to their bodies like afterwards, and there's that there was like research done on the ones that they did find, which I think it's so wrong to like dig up mummies and all that stuff. I think that is incredibly bad karma. Like something, some curse is gonna like get lifted at that point.
There
but
is
anyways,
a curse with King Tut.
You see?
I'm gonna send you the video.
So like but they said that like when they have seen them that they've shown like signs of what's the word, like post death, like like trauma to their pelvis. So, and that, so I'm saying like it like centuries long and worldwide this is an issue. And I was like, that's the most sick, twisted stuff I've ever heard. Well, one of the most. I've heard some pretty twisted stuff, but like that's pretty high up there.
It makes you not even want to like associate yourself with the species of being a human. You know what I mean? Like you're so like my skin is crawling. That's fucking gross.
Yeah.
And like what about that scenario turns you on?
Right.
Like please, I know some people like some weird shit. We are not here to shame you in any way, but like that, what
that's
about
shameful.
that?
That is shameful. Yeah.
The other people with like the normal weird kinks, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like if you like toes, that's none of my business. But a dead body,
I haven't
you
even
will never convince me that's okay. Never.
No.
That is something that I'm like racism, for example. Something I'm not willing to argue about. That and it's like no.
This kind of goes, it can, I guess, go political in a sense. We're not gonna go there, but like
we could.
Because so this one, I think you've heard of it before, where they try, certain people are trying to add
oh bitch, yeah,
pedophilia into like LGBTQ, right? Which is fucking disgusting. That makes no sense to me. But if there can, if like for people that are trying to say that that could be part of like LGBTQ, that's like also kind of saying the same thing like necrophilia, that could then be, you know, a sexuality and all that.
But the like, dead body doesn't have rights.
A kid?
When does the rights go away?
Right. Like that's horrible. And
consent,
even more,
how are you consenting to that?
Exactly. And this one I get a trigger warning, but there's a guy who was arrested because I think he was a worker at like a morgue. I don't remember where, but he was known or found out to have had sex with like over 100 different bodies, ranging between 9 and up.
Why do these people exist? I don't get it. Like what in their brain is not right enough to make them do that? Not only to kids, but to corpses of kids or anybody, but still like,
like that's how even more messed up it gets, you know?
Yeah
I'm like, there's some real life twisted, scary people out there.
I don't get it. Like,
and we're
just
this is kind of off topic
people all the time, and we don't even know.
Okay, so that's literally what I was about to say too. Is like, it's kind of off topic, kind of, but there was this guy that they found. You know those shows where they like kind of lure in pedophiles, where they think that they're talking to a young kid and it turns out to be them, and they get them to meet them somewhere and confront them.
Right.
So
they do it on YouTube too.
Yeah. So I think it was a YouTube video where they did that, and it was like an old man, and he thought he was meeting a 15-year-old boy, I want to say, or just a 15-year-old, doesn't matter what, but and I say 15?
Yeah.
I meant 14. Doesn't really matter. It's a kid.
I'm sorry. It's not funny.
I heard it and I was like, I don't think that was the right age.
Trying to fact check yourself meanwhile you tell the story.
Yeah. I was like, that sounded wrong. 14. The kid was 14, 1-4. And so they confronted him, and for some reason they said like, oh, we're not going to call the cops, but you need to tell your wife, because the guy said he was married, which I still think they should have called the cops, but
a lot of the times they are married.
Yeah, so they had him call his wife, and he told her like, I, thought I was coming to meet a 14-year-old, and I got caught, blah blah blah. She's like, what are you talking about? And then the guy was like, she's like, are you joking? Like, this isn't fucking funny, like.
Yeah.
And the guy,
I mean, what the fuck do you say? Like,
exactly, yeah. And then the guys that were there kind of like, they grabbed the phone, they're like, nope, this is real, like, we just caught him doing this, this is your husband, whatever, blah blah blah. And the poor lady like started having, it sounded like she was starting to have like a breakdown, like a panic attack or something on the phone from the news. Like,
that's
you
so sad.
you would never assume, especially someone you're married to, like,
right,
that they're off doing something like that, or they're that kind of person. And then to get a random phone call from them, say, hey, I just got caught doing this, or I thought this is what I was gonna go meet, or whatever.
That's devastating.
You don't know. Like, you could
don't know that person at all.
Married. You live with this person.
Married to a stranger.
Yeah. How horrifying is that?
That is just. And
because imagine for how many years they were married.
But imagine, they probably have kids. They probably have grandkids.
Oh god.
No. I'm sick.
Dude, it's horrible. It's horrible. Like, I'm glad they're getting caught. I just don't get why they didn't. They should have,
They probably, maybe they did it after. Maybe
I hope so.
That way he wouldn't like run away or something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Like, he agreed to it. He admitted it on camera, and then now they're like, okay, send that over to the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This world, man. You can't even like talk about it because it's just
never ending.
Yeah.
It's like you have to find the light in whatever you can.
Yeah.
To be able to like get by, because if not, if you just focus on, there is so much bad, so it's not like it's hard to focus on because it's all around.
Yeah.
So it's like, instead you're like searching for the light and just holding on to that.
And you can't like
holding on to good people.
Be over aware of what's going on. I feel like otherwise you're gonna be paranoid.
Yeah, I do that. Honestly, there's certain times where I'm just like, I can't hear it, or I can't read about it.
Doing this.
Yeah, like it puts like a very heavy weight. Yeah.
What content you're digesting.
Yeah, for sure.
That is all this week, guys. We are done.
We out here.
We in here.
Out of here.
Meeting adjourned. But before we do that, we have a wisdom of the week. And this one's a long one. So buckle in, guys. Buckle in. Get a snack. If you inherently long for something, become it first. If you want gardens, become the gardener. If you want love, embody love. If you want mental stimulation, I said simulation. If you want mental stimulation, change the conversation. If you want peace, exude calmness. If you want to fill your world with artists, begin to paint. If you want to be valued, respect your own time. If you want to live ecstatically, find the ecstasy within yourself. This is how to draw it in, day by day, inch by inch.
That's what I call manifestation.
Exactly.
It's pretty much what it is. Like,
yes.
It's like when that quote was like, imagine the best version of yourself or your highest self, and then show up as her.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's like not spending a day doubting yourself, just being whatever it is that you're looking for, whatever you think you're missing.
Because like, you can't get there without having that mindset.
Yeah. Or like knowing what you want. I think that's sometimes part of people's problem too, is that they don't know what they want, so they don't know how to manifest it because they don't know what to ask for. But you have to be very specific when you're manifesting,
I feel that. Not knowing what it is you want to do, and so that's like, I feel like that's almost the hardest part.
Yeah.
Is trying to figure out, okay, well, what is it that I'm
and be patient waiting for it.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be all right.
Well, that's really at the end of the day. Everything is figure out a bowl.
Yeah.
You just got to keep pushing. Keep pushing.
You're breathing.
Doing all right.
Yeah.
Doing all right.
And if you're listening to this episode, you're doing great, sweetie. You're doing great.
Wherever you are, we're right there with you.
Yeah.
And when you don't want us to be right there with you, just pause it and come back to us later.
Well, too damn bad. Just keep listening.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Well, that's just too damn bad.
Keep digging. Keep listening.
Just keep swimming.
And with that, we'll see you guys. We'll talk to you guys next week.
Yeah. You'll hear us talk to each other next week.
Yeah. We talk to you guys. You guys just don't talk back. So, you know.
Right. And that's really not our problem. We're going to stress over things we can only control and things that we cannot. So we're going to ask for it again. Comment down below. But if you don't,
that's fine.
We're still going to be here next week.
Yeah. As we have been.
Yeah.
Right. Bye.